Hi guys, welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network, and it's a very good day. Let us talk about two-thirds majority of President Emerson Mnangagwa and what is his next move, what is his next plan after attaining two-thirds majority. So before we talk about it, is it possible for President Mnangagwa to work on a third term? Yes, it might be possible, but very difficult and very hard to achieve for two reasons. Those within ZANU-PF are not going to rest. Those in the opposition are not going to rest. So he is facing probably two sides, if not three. He is facing 2 to 3 sides, different people who want to succeed him, who want to take over power. Remember, we have Team G40, we have Team ZANU-PF, which is currently within, we have the opposition. So these are three key sides which President Mnangagwa is going to face before he attempts to have a third term, which means it is not going to be a walk in the park. So there is going to be resistance from all angles, and definitely he is going to lose that battle. But is he going to amend the constitution to allow a third term? There is a great possibility that they will let him amend the constitution, and thereafter they will stop him. Let us go through the process of amending the constitution so that he does have a third term. You will need to place a bill in parliament. Once a bill is placed in parliament, the National Assembly will have to vote, two-thirds majority will have to vote for that bill to be passed, and two-thirds majority in Senate will also have to vote for that bill to pass. There is a great possibility that President Mnangagwa will have two-thirds majority because we have triple C MPs who were recalled and were replaced by bogus NPF MPs, that is in the National Assembly. Then in the Senate, we also have replacements which are going to be made by Shavangu, which means he can control both houses to have two-thirds majority in each, which means the bill is likely going to be passed. Then there is a reason why Triple C was destroyed, why Nelson Chamisa was fought left, right, and center, and they will fight him tooth and nail to the last. Nelson Chamisa can mobilize the people of Zimbabwe to reject a referendum or to vote no in a referendum. They know for sure that if Nelson Chamisa's party remains intact, fully funded, what it means is he can mobilize the people of Zimbabwe to vote no to that referendum, which means the referendum might fail. They know for sure that the referendum might fail if they are to bring it. So if it fails, then President Mnangagwa is doomed because the number of people who would have voted for in that referendum would reflect the kind of support Nelson Chamisa has. So it means that will be the end of President Mnangagwa. So the best way is to make sure that they destroy Nelson Chamisa personally. Before they do anything else, they want to discredit Nelson Chamisa, destroy Nelson Chamisa, put him to the floor, so that whatever they will be doing, a challenge from the opposition. So it is going to be very difficult for those within ZANU-PF to resist such moves because their hands will be tied. So the only way for those within ZANU-PF is they will have to play along, find a way to replace him as the president. That is the only way they're going to stop him. What are the two options of President Mnangagwa? Option number one, President Mnangagwa might amend the constitution, have a referendum, win the referendum, and have the constitution changed. But what does it mean? Does it mean that he is going to be automatically admitted for a third term? Remember, Luke Malaba came, and Luke Malaba is there as the Chief Justice illegally. As we speak right now, Luke Malaba is the Chief Justice illegally, which means there is a great possibility that President Mnangagwa will illegally represent ZANU-PF in the 2028 elections as well, which means they will have to stop him before. What is option number two? If he feels that he has failed to field himself Option number 2 is to take his son, who would have reached the 40 years, place his son in such a position, which means there are two amendments we are going to see. It's either we are going to see an extension of terms or a reduction of age. Those are the two items we are going to see President Mnangagwa attempting to amend. There is a great possibility. So, one way or the other, you are going to see President Mnangagwa's son coming to contest representing ZANU-PF, one way or the other. What it means is you have Mnangagwa's dynasty. You have the constitution amended to remove term limits to be president for life. Then you see Mnangagwa's son coming in as a presidential candidate. Once he win as a presidential candidate, then you'll be there for life, rigging elections after elections after elections after elections. So he has managed to smuggle in close people into the military, and that will be his advantage because they will be reshuffling people in the security cycles, and they will try to use the wealth they have accumulated to try and manipulate a lot of things and a lot of people during that process. So it's a very interesting moment, Team Zimbabwe. That is the reason why they want Nelson Chamisa to actually go down, because Nelson Chamisa is the only person who can stop that plan, who can put that plan into disarray. The other people, all of them, they are hiding out of Zimbabwe, which means the Kasukueres, they cannot mobilize anything meaningful because they are actually running away from the regime. There is no prospect of seeing Kasukuere walking back into Zimbabwe when President Mnangagwa is still there. It is going to be very difficult. So we have that G40 team excluded already. Then the other chapter is, how long are we going to see VP Chiwenga living? As long as VP Chiwenga is alive, it is going to be very, very difficult for the Mnangagwa faction to go ahead with those amendments and win. As long as he is alive, as long as he is living, it is going to be very difficult. Are they going to continue with him as the vice president? At this moment in time, it's risky to fire him because they know the consequences. The justification will be there for an intervention to actually happen. So, Team Zimbabwe, this is going to be something very, very difficult and something which is going to be not realistically achieved. Yes, they managed to have two-thirds majority, but are they going to manage to calm down and cool down everyone within ZANU-PF who does have his own ambitions? People are very ambitious. People are not happy with the appointments which have been made so far. A lot of people feel that they worked for the party, but they've been sidelined when it comes to appointments, when it comes to ministerial positions, to awards, to whatever benefits. They feel that they're excluded. In terms of doing Madiri Chayo Chayo, people are feeling kuti this government which is there is tried by all means possible to exclude others from meaningful deals. What it means is it is going to be very, very difficult for a third term to actually happen. So, two-thirds majority is there, illegality is there. We know for sure that people can be coerced, but when Nelson Chamisa is there, it is going to be very difficult for them to actually uproot what is in the constitution, change it, because there is a great possibility that the referendum is and will fail. That is the reason why they want to replace Nelson Chamisa as soon as possible. And the person they want to introduce into the political arena, it will be an issue of divided agendas. Other people will say, let us vote yes. Other people will say, let us vote no. These will be the people in the same opposition. That will give advantage to ZANU-PF. So people of Zimbabwe, we have to be careful. We have to stand with Advocate Nelson Chamisa. Make sure that you are sending these messages to as many people as possible so that they see the importance of standing with Advocate Nelson Chamisa. I don't want to take much of your time. Let us end it here.